And I'm live again. I am working on consignment today. Lots of interesting things that this consignor brought in. I'm going to set this photo in the background. It does. Dale the 9-pound hammer did say it may be Picasso, but I couldn't find any similar images where he looked quite as gaunt in the face. I shouldn't say gaunt, that might be more of a negative term, but if anybody recognizes this guy, let me know. And as I continue to sit here and list, right now I'm doing this vintage white light globe and 8-inch in diameter with hobnail. I've been trying to deal with eBay issues as well, so while I'm listing, I'll take care of those later. And we're going to just continue to list. It looks like this thing calls for white milk glass, but it is not milk glass. It is painted white, and you can kind of tell looking in there. I don't know why somebody might call it. I can see why they call it white hobnail, but it's not. I see similar ones listed on eBay for that one there, $40, lampshade globe, $30 to $40 if you do see these. And of course, I don't know if I would necessarily call this hobnail. I wouldn't necessarily call this milk glass, but looking at some of these similar ones, I'm trying to see if it's a reproduction, let's just say. But definitely not milk glass itself. I can tell that by looking at the bottom here. You can definitely see clear glass in there. And if you look closer inside, you can kind of see where the glass is. I would still put this as a reproduction if I was going to list it on eBay and go from there. But this is going on our local auction. It was brought in on consignment. So anything that gets brought in consignment, I do not list on eBay. For those of you that jump in the chat, if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'm trying to get those hours. So eventually, when I hit the 1,000 subscriber mark, I want to be able to have the hours into to hopefully make it to where I can go monetize and go live more often outside of the shop. Just to break up the monotony a little bit, I did fix up the store camera so we can switch over back and forth there when I do leave with a push of a button even. This is going to go in lighting, which is 520, and I did say that was an 8-inch. I'm just going to put white. It is not milk glass. It's an 8-inch white glass globe, hobnail globe. And if you're not familiar with much glass, you'll know, just to let you know, these bumps here, that texture is hobnail itself. Most people that sell, I think, would recognize hobnail, but that's what it is. Kathleen will probably be back for a little bit this afternoon, But right now she's off taking our daughter to, I think tonight it is piano. Isabella, she plays piano and violin. She also has picked up the ukulele on her own, and she's got a trombone as well that she attempts to play on occasion. She's a very talented young lady. And a sticker goes on it, and we go out and put it on the floor and get something else. So I met with a individual today that used to be in marketing, and oh, these are interesting. What are these? Almost like safety pins, Olympic keys. Safety pins for your keys. I don't know what these go to. That's why I use eBay to research everything. I know that sounds crazy, but it's the greatest resource for vintage items. Olympus keys with safety pin tag. What else do we call it? I think that's all I'm going to call it. I don't know what Olympus keys went to. I'm just going to lay those out and count them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's 14 of them there. And they're not they are marked. I'll just show you what they look like. There's the key. It's an Olympus key, and there's like a safety pin here, and it is a safety pin. It is marked KI. Let me look up safety keys for Olympus keys, because that is the I guess not all of them are. KI safety pins. You guys get to learn along with me, because a lot of this stuff I have no idea what it is. I do know that these KI safety pins, they 8 of them went for $10 plus shipping, and it said vintage in there, so we get away from just all the diaper pins. That was the last lot. They are KI safety pins. I'll put that in vintage, in our vintage category. KI safety pins. Happy listing. I'll be the Bob Ross of reselling. How's that? Miscellaneous keys. And I'm going to outline, there was Olympus. Most of them are Olympus, and I'm not sure of that little. Looks like mountains on the key. Olympus and others. I don't know if you can reuse these on multiple locks. I'm sure there's Olympus and others. I always wondered when you get a door lock and or a doorknob, if you match the numbers on the package, that means that they're all keyed to match. Does that mean that you have multiple that your door key fits other people's doors? I don't know how I feel about that. 1, 2, 3. I know I counted these already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 total. Someone's gonna have these. And let's take a picture of two of the different types. That way they can let folks have a better opportunity of what is included in the lot and give them a little bit better idea of how much they're willing to spend per lot. For those that you don't know, these are items for the next auction. I also have in this next box, I have some vintage marbles. What do I know about marbles? I don't know a ton, I'll be completely honest with you, but I know enough that there are some of them that can be valuable. This has marbles, and it also has Las Vegas and Atlantic City $1 plastic tokens. I did sell some metal ones recently, some metal dollar gambling tokens from the 60s. And this is going to be vintage as well, and we're going to put vintage marbles and poker chips. Let's put gaming, casino, gambling tokens. Most generally, gambling tokens don't bring a ton of money. Or they're not. I'm not gonna say they're not valuable. They're just not. They're collectible, but I don't know what else to say. I can't really. Like I said, I don't know enough about these. I'll show you what they look like. I don't know enough about them to. Actually, Trump Plaza. People just have to have these. Boardwalk, Hilton, Rim Hotels. Let's see here. Trump Plaza $2.50 gaming token. Of course, the ones that are metal go for quite a bit more. One went for $2, one went for $6. So there's a little bit of value in there. The good thing about this, if you go in the business of selling these tokens, they don't take up a lot of space. And let's see, Boardwalk. if these are actually still usable. Atlantic City. They don't have years on them. Those are $1 tokens. It looks like the Trump Plaza one's the most expensive one. 6094. Hello, how you doing? If you guys know who that is, let me know in the comments. We just did, I just finished up Marbles and Atlantic City, Trump Plaza, and Las Vegas, Nevada Casino gambling tokens. Now we're going to do this lot of miscellaneous. It has a kryptonite lock. I don't know if any of these keys go to it. That would be interesting to know. I know what kind of key it goes in. That right there is one. Let's see. Nope. 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 Out of all these keys that are similar, I bet you not one of them is going to fit this lock. Nope. Nope. And no. Okay, what's this in this little package? Oh, a cigar cutter. So this lot, I'm going to put some of this stuff out here. There's key rings. There's other various keys. There's an old Biker X belt buckle. Some watch hands. A little tiger's eye. Just a little bit of a lot of miscellaneous stuff. I'm just going to arrange this on here like so, and it's going to be miscellaneous treasures. Save and next. Hope everyone's doing awesome this evening. Thanks for jumping in and watching me as I work, or play, shall I say. I should move over here away from my emblem, and it's going to be 200. Box of keys, clock hands, cigar cutter. You missed I had some pretty cool stuff come through. This consignor is going to be fun. I just posted today to our next auctions vintage Harley jackets. And when I say they're vests, but they weren't branded Harley, but it had a lot of old Harley Davidson patches, and two of the vests were Levi's. One of them I think was leather. The leather one, what was pretty cool about it, what I found fascinating, was it had buttons on it that were made with buffalo head nickels. So as a nickel, it wasn't really, they weren't, collectible that way, except for the fact that they had been turned into buttons for this Harley Davidson brand, themed, I think that's the word I used, jacket. So this is our life now. This is what I do day in and day out, which I don't want it to sound like it's complaining, because I am having fun with it. And but now that I had quit my full-time job, I now do this. So, you know, a year ago, well, let's say 2 years ago, I would not have recommended anybody quit their full-time job and go straight into reselling unless they had a plan. Fortunately, I was trying to plan on an out for some time, and they finally just really irritated me enough that I called it quits, and I put in my 2 weeks notice, and I no longer work there. Yay! But you can make a living at it. It is tough. This particular business model, I do recommend that you have plenty set aside to at least a year. Every auctioneer that I've talked to, they really don't draw a paycheck until their third year, which I'm hoping I can move that schedule up into the second year. But we make enough to survive, and we do other things that help us make it. We are starting to move into the ice cream season, so Kathleen will be hiring soon, probably this month, for drivers. If you know anybody in this area, in the Northwest Coeur d'Alene area, that's looking for a decent paying summer job, have them reach out to us. We're always looking for drivers. It does require a background check, and just because you're working with kids, and we do prefer a safe driving record. We do monitor our drivers as far as where they're going, and all of our trucks are connected up to a GPS unit just to help track routes, but also for our driver safety. Let's see, clothing. Then we're going to put the hat band in clothing, and I want to say it's probably horse's hair. Does that sound right? Is that what they make most hat bands out of? Just to kind of give you an idea of what I'm photographing now. Horsehair hat band. It says it's 3-strand. I don't know. Maybe that's not horsehair. I'm just going to say it's a 2-strand. I don't want to say it's something and then it end up not being. 2-strand hat band. You can't hardly see without. It just looks. It does look like it's horsehair. I don't have any matches to test it. Horsehair hat band. I'm going to go with it, and then if they say, you know what, this really isn't horsehair, I will apologize. And on eBay, these things go for about 30 bucks, I think, is what I was just seeing. I'm going to brighten the photograph up just a little bit. Happy horsehair. That's my Bob Ross impression. Happy horsehair hat band. We're going to brighten up the turn up the brightness just a little bit, and now we're going to get a close-up for all those people that are interested in buying it. That way they get a nice clear photograph. Look at that. Doesn't that just make you want to buy it? If it does, feel free to log in next week to bidmoretowin.hibid.com. If you go to Bid More to Win, you'll find a link that says current auction, and that will take you to the current auction to view items that we have for sale. Otherwise, wait till Friday when we launch this auction if you're wanting any of these particular items. But I'll leave that right there. Let the buyer know. Let them decide how they're going to measure it for their hat. Leave it a little bit large. And then I'm going to take these items out to the floor. And I'll be right back. Okay. We have a bug zapper. It does look used. Let's see if we can plug this bad boy in. Take a step back, folks. Do I have a 3-pronged outlet here? I have all kinds of cords. These cords on these don't give you that much space. Let's unplug all the phone charges. Let's bring this over here. We're gonna plug this bad boy in. I grew up with these. Further down south, we don't have. We have mosquitoes. Well, that made me jump. So the idea is, well, it does not look like the fluorescent bulb is working on it, but we did hear the buzz. The bulb's warming up. If you guys ever seen the Bug's Life, I don't know if there's anything that I dare. You hear it crackling there. It's probably going to heat up and burn off whatever has crossed over into the zapper. Let's see. What can we do? I'm probably going to start a fire, is what I'm going to do. The idea is a little bug's going to fly in there. And I'm like freaking out here. The light's just warming up. Can we get anything to pop? You're gonna watch me jump. Watch me blow it up is what I'm gonna end up doing. Oh, there's a light. There's a light. Whoa. I just don't know what else to put in there. This is the guard. We're gonna simulate a mosquito. That light's just warming up. There is some bug residue in there. But the idea is the light comes on. If you guys haven't seen these, the light comes on and a bug will fly in there and meet its end. Maybe it has to get caught between two of them. I don't know. I know it works. It was popping there for a second. I am not going to try to figure. There it popped. But this fluorescent light's going to have to warm up. But it sits there, and that's what attracts them bugs to it. And away from your picnic or party or whatever you got going on, don't look into the light. Okay, I think that's enough of that. That is a Sears Bug Whacker. That's going on auction this next week. I don't know what kind of trouble you get in with this, but not that I'm promoting trouble, but I think I've got newer versions of these coming up as well. Oh shoot, there went my coffee. Somebody grab the paper towel. What kind of show is this? Let me get some paper towels real quick. Kathleen just had cleaned up. Hey Sam. He said whacker. Little Beavis and Butthead humor there. What? Kathleen cleaned up a little bit, well, quite a bit today. And one of the things, and there was we have this cart sitting here that we use just for all of our miscellaneous crap. We have rubber bands in here. You name it, some speakers, CDs, stuff to test with, and here I am making a mess out of it. Do not tell her that I did that. It is, who am I kidding? She will find out. They always find out. But at least if I show I made effort to clean stuff up, then maybe that'll soften the blow. I got some Altoids though. My breath gets too bad. Hey, while you guys are in here, if you guys happen to know who that gentleman is there in the back, I know Deldon from the 9 Pound Hammer came in earlier when we were working, and he thought Picasso, which it very well might be, but every picture I saw Picasso had him with shorter hair, shorter eyebrows, and but it does look like he's etching, either etching or writing something in a journal. I can't tell from here. Speaking of which, as she found out, I just spilled something. Hello? Hello? Fine. I went live and I just spilled some coffee, and I was like, don't tell Kathleen. And all of a sudden you called. I figured somebody gave you a call, and you're calling to find out, to tell me to stop making huge messes in the picture room. Sandow's like, Kathleen. Dang it. I'm so... Nothing tonight. I called him and left a message and to see if we can do that, take care of that tomorrow evening. I have not heard back from him. So, Harry, how's your evening going? Okay. Okay. Love you. Bye. See, I gave myself Picasso pre-blogging. That's what I'm gonna list it as Picasso ? I've even done that in my eBay listings, and people have made fun of me. You put a question mark after that, just in case it's not what you say it is. I'm like, yeah. Sadly, I do. And I put down the description. I'm not 100% sure. Now, where that other one was not, this would be closer to milk glass. Sorry, I keep moving on. I have to get work done. This is actually I guess it could either go like this for a lamp, or I don't know if I've seen very many light fixtures with three bolts on it, but I would say that might be milk glass there. I know it's not painted like the one. I was looking for the halo effect on the glass, but I am supposedly the quality of the milk glass. You can see a halo around that top edge if you hold it up to sunlight. Either it doesn't work well with fluorescent, or it I just don't know what the heck I'm doing. That could be totally it. Okay, so I got all the coffee cleaned up for the most part. Let's pull out the evidence. I mean, there's no evidence better than me actually admitting to her that I screwed up and spilled stuff in her nice clean area. But at least I'll make the attempt to clean it up. I've done the question mark trick quite a few times. So far, it's never come back to bite me. Hello, NASCAR man. Thanks for jumping in. It hasn't bit me yet. My woes of eBay life this week is I sold some South Korean money, some old stuff with stamps, and now I have to figure out how to ship it to him. I don't think on the store account I have it set up for global shipping, and I don't even know if South Korea is on the global shipping list. I know on my main store, or my first store, I have it set up for global shipping, but I do not evidently have it set up or something. Anyway, the guy's saying, I'd gladly pay you, but I don't have, it's not letting me put my address in there. So I have to figure out and get an international quote for shipping that. I figured for what I paid for the stuff and the amount, it would be worth the risk to try and send it out. So I'm probably going to work on that this evening or tomorrow. I also had a Nipen glass. You could probably call it an egg plate. I don't know. That was actually broken in transit, so I have to open up a case with the USPS and I'll issue a full refund to that customer as well. Fun times. The two sales that I had in the last, well, two of the sales I had in the last week, I'm having issues with them. I just listed some items on eBay today, so I'm hoping to some Native American pottery, a couple lamps. Did I do those last night or today? I think I did those last night. My days seem to run together nowadays, and I don't know what day it is half the time. I believe today's Monday. It is Monday because we were closed today. I did have somebody come in today that is offering me free marketing help to try to help grow our business. Some interesting ideas, some of which I thought of, but some other things I just didn't even have a clue. Information on branding and logos, being consistent across the board with everything as far as color scheme and different elements of your design. Just different things that I'll probably take into consideration and make some changes in our company's branding. Some stuff to work on out front as far as cleaning, organizing. You guys have seen, I've showed, you'll see the transition. You'll see that it's a mess out there. You've got top left hand corner in the bottom. Let's see where I got here. I need to change two of those cameras around, but the top left hand corner, that's the aisle I'm working on now. Everything on the right side of that is everything that needs to be picked up. It is kind of a thorn, waiting for people to pick their items up. Not only Our consigners are pretty good about picking up the items that didn't sell, but our buyers aren't. But they get billed, so if it waits too long, they end up losing the money they paid for it and the items. The top right hand corner, on the left hand side of that is our what we call our garage sale items. Everything there is $1, 50 cents. Well, I'm doing books right now, 7 for $1, and everything on the right is things that are on auction now. But basically, I want to take that left hand side there, and instead of having it configured that way, have it run all the way along the wall. If you look all the way to the end, you'll see the front of our service desk, and you'll see art that's just sitting on the floor there. I want to get all that up. That's one of the things she mentioned, was getting all that stuff up and displaying it on the walls. That way when people bring in their art that they might want to consign, they're not turned off by the fact that their art may be just sitting on the floor. So I do that is a point taken and something we will be changing. Bottom right hand corner, that's our center camera. That's looking down our center aisle. The things on the right side of that center aisle is on auction today, now through Wednesday, and the top 2 rows on the left hand side of the aisle is what's on the auction as well. And I'll be filling up the bottom 2 rows that are empty there as time goes by. Bottom left hand corner, that's our service desk. It's always going to be a mess, but she did mention clearing off the counter and letting that be the customer's area, whereas everything on the kind of the left hand side there, bottom, that's where our computer and everything else is. And I'll need to move the magazines that are sitting in that tote back to the area as well. But I'll be transitioning all that. The camera goes back and forth while I'm moving out, and just to kind of give you an idea where we're putting things. So that's a tour of the shop. I was going to move. Let me go back over to my cameras. This one here, you're going to see my giant head, 1, 3, 2, and 4. I think I want to move. Stop. I was going to try to change my camera configuration around. I'll just leave that the way it is now. Let me get back over to the chat in case anybody says anything. So yeah, that's the configuration of the shop. I'll change my cameras around where I'm only viewing the aisles that I'm actually going down. And that's funny because it's not showing any of them right now that I'm actually going down. Let's see here. Let's fix that. Things are going to get crazy here for a minute. Okay, let's stop that. I only want to show 4 cameras when I forget which ones are numbered what. So while I sit here and play with the cameras, feel free to chat amongst each other. Okay, that's the ones I was going to show you. And then let's take, is it this one? No, we'll leave that one going. 2, yes. And then move that one to 6. Nope. I was trying to keep this one set there. And then set the top order. I'm really sorry about this. 3. Oh, there's Kathleen. Coming! Coming. Okay, that wasn't her. That was the neighbors. Okay. I'm trying to figure out. Okay. So, you guys have probably have been going crazy figuring out what the heck is he doing. This one, I want to do 1. And I'm turning off camera 3. Telling you all my you're like, man, dude, what's this crazy guy doing? Okay. And then I want to change this one to, is it 6? You're like, you're making me dizzy. Okay, I'm gonna leave it sit right like that. And somehow I lost my logo. Huh. Oh, it just got to catch up with itself. Okay. We're gonna leave it just like that for right now. Let me stop playing and get back to work before Kathleen. I'm not familiar with you as the ice cream guy. A couple of questions. You mentioned consignments. I'm considering taking on eBay only. I have considered it. Make sure you pad in. I have consigned one item that was higher end. Make sure you know what fees you're going to charge up front. I was just going to charge them my store basic fees based on the amount. I was going to charge a percentage of net, but it's a little bit more. It's a little bit different consigning for eBay sales, I think, than here at the store. I know things here at the store are going to be gone, where you have to take into account when you're selling something for somebody on eBay, all the customer service that's involved, you're answering questions. The more people spend for an item, there's going to be details that you're not even thinking about. If it's larger, heavier items, the one I have, for instance, I set up to a local pickup, but the individual that's thinking about buying it is looking at having it shipped, or so I was having them arrange for freight. So taking into consideration, there's going to be a lot more conversation back and forth trying to set that up. And now, not only are you're going to have to communicate with the potential buyer, and then back to the person that you're consigning with, and then just kind of playing that middleman role. So there's a lot more time involved than, because you're not making the decision just for yourself like you would anything that you sell. You're making the decision for a third party. And then just also taking into account that you're dealing with returns, if there are returns, and how you're going to handle that. So when people balk about how much you're going to charge them for consignment fees, make sure that they understand completely why you're charging higher consignment fees, and it's really based on the time and the headache that you're saving them from trying to sell it themselves. That's my biggest advice. I don't like taking things on consignment for eBay, but I do it on occasion. But just know that if something happens, if you've already paid your consignee for an item that you sold on eBay, and 30 days down the road the buyer returns it, what are you going to do? You've already paid your consignee. Now you're eating the money, and you have to figure out what to do with the item. If you're gonna, how you're gonna handle that. So just make sure you understand and take into consideration all those different things when you do hiring consignment. I'm definitely no expert on it, but those are things that I've experienced. I would say we're running about, of the 500 items, we're still trying to figure that average as we increase the number of lots. I know prior we were doing 80% roughly of our products, everything that was brought in and put on auction. A wider range would be 76 to 84, but on average about 80 to 82% items. That would be the sell-through rate each week on auction. Of those, I would say, I want to say it was like 80, right around 80 on average invoices go out. And of those 80 invoices, anywhere from 8 to 12 is a good average of what's being shipped out. And that's why I had to incorporate the shipping, the handling fees that we do, because it was taking up a lot of time packing for a two-man shop. Now it's a three-person shop, but I would spend all day packing items, and I'm not collecting a paycheck right now anyway, so it was just time taken away from adding to the catalog each week. I mean, we're shooting for 100 items a day on average, and it can be challenging. But we're getting the shipping down. I've ordered more shipping supplies. I think the key there is buy boxes, and utilize some of that handling fees that we're collecting to offset the charge of buying boxes instead of cutting everything down. That's going to reduce the amount of time that we spend doing shipping. Because when you're retrofitting boxes, I'm all for Frankenboxing, but when I'm spending hours a day or a week doing shipments and taking away other productive time, I need to quit being so damn cheap and buying boxes that I can just throw something in versus cutting everything down. Our goal is still to reduce the cost of shipping for folks. So where some auction houses might take items to a pack and ship store, I think we're still going to end up saving them money by even with the handling fee. And we use Pirate Ship. We use UPS for larger packages, using UPS through PayPal. I haven't set up a FedEx account. I don't know how that's going to work. I know that there are some issues I've had with UPS. That's mainly around not verifying the address, but UPS's algorithm is kind of a pain in the butt. I've had to fight a couple of fees that, for instance, their system said street name should have been Drive, and we put DR. So you kind of have to make sure it's a, they say, you know, they don't have it built into their system to account for validation. I don't know if that's on PayPal's end, but we have had issues with that. I'm going to run this out and grab a couple more things. Oh, I forgot to do the bug zapper. It's Sears. It must be vintage, right? Since there's not the very many Sears in business anymore. I want to set that back out on the floor as well. I'm going to eat in front of you. I got me the Sriracha almonds. I don't know if I'm froze up or not. For some reason, it looks like I'm froze. For some reason, my preview is not showing me what's playing. So, yes, Hot Nuts. Gotta love them. That did have a on-off switch. Let's get this one. Sears Bug Whacker. That is totally our. I didn't actually stick my finger in there, but I heard it. I heard it buzz. I'm just going to take its word for it. The light came on. It flickered like you would expect a bug whacker to do. And when it snapped, crackled, and popped, that's my assumption that it works. If somebody wants to return it because they say it didn't, I want to ask for a demonstration to prove that it did not work. 6098. Stickers I'm putting on there is our lot numbers. Of course, lovely, lovely clear glass. I should put that in with. I'm actually going to have Kathleen take a photo of that on the dark. Here in our area, clear glass is hit and miss what sells and how well it does. Some days I cringe if somebody brings in anything that's clear. But it's got an interesting hue to it, so we found lighter color Vaseline glass, so now I test everything. I don't think this is. No, it is not. Sorry for the darkness. If you guys haven't seen, I always love playing with this. This color I can always tell. But this is Vaseline glass, and as you can see, it will, I can't tell if it's showing up or not, but it does glow under a black light. Maybe if I put it like this. Okay, that's doing a little bit better. So we have a gigantic black light here that we use for testing. I have a black light flashlight as well that I can carry with me. I just don't happen to know where it's at. That needs batteries. Anyway, this is why I don't get anything done, because I play too much. I do need to find I'm going to see if I can identify this pattern on eBay using the photo search. Sometimes I have decent luck, sometimes I don't. Lately I've had worse luck with I almost want to say it's like the drapery pattern, but I can't spend too much time doing it, especially on clear glass, because it's not going to make a ton of money here. Maybe I can. It looks like I'm just. This is a royal lace, maybe. No, I don't see it as royal lace. It's got two mustaches. It looks like mustaches. It really does. But something I haven't seen before is this square pattern in the center. I would go and take a. I don't think it's going to photograph well on this. I'm just going to list it on it. Actually, I'll move over. Dang it! Help me make a decision here. I'll move over here and take it on the black background. I don't want to mess up. Kathleen had flatware over here, some stainless flatware. I will never get to the point where I know all the flatware patterns. Beautiful glass bowl, pedestal. That's what it is, beautiful glass pedestal bowl. But I'm sure I will never get to the point where I know all the patterns. There's so many of them. Glass makers. doing a front view, a top down, and try not to get the silverware in the way. I've been trying to show Kathleen to adjust the light down when she does photographs of, turn the brightness down when she does pictures on the black background, and it helps your cameras automatically want to brighten things up when it has a dark background. So I've been trying to teach her just to hit the screen on her phone and dial down the brightness just a little bit, and that will turn your black background back into black versus gray. That is true. How you doing, man? I know just enough to make me dangerous is what I tell my wife. Right now I'm doing a lot of other glass. There's some of the stuff that I remember, but it's I know what I'm doing wrong. Somehow I had paused my preview and I'm like frozen on myself. I'm like, am I frozen out there? Yeah, my wife, if Kathleen was here, she's like, he's an idiot. $60.99. Let's see here. I have a laid down cow salt shaker, pepper shaker, a penguin that looks like Happy Feet himself, salt shaker, a frog salt shaker, Miss Piggy in a wedding dress. It looks like Kermit the Frog has left the building because he is nowhere to be found. Oh, that is Kermit. I didn't even realize. Dang it. It is. It's a set. Kermit and Miss Piggy. I just don't know how precarious of a position I want to put the penguin and the cow. And then we have these mutts here. Salt and pepper shaker. None of them's marked. So they're probably more modern pieces, but these will all go in a lot together. I know I do have people. Oh, there's a jar of Kisses. I do have people that collect salt and pepper shakers. They're just going to have this. And here's some art glass, a little candy, and a wrapper. Those are all going to go in one lot. That's one other thing. You go through all this stuff and you're like, I could put this on eBay. I could put this on eBay. But they're not mine, so I can't put it on eBay. But okay, now how do I make these into a lot that's going to entice a couple of bidders to buy? One of my good friends, picking partners, is a glass expert. He tries to teach me about glassware, and I chant la la while pretending to listen to him. That is hilarious. I put all of my porcelain glass, anything vintage, I put in one category. So you might be going through the catalog and you'll see this lotted up to a set of 3 salt and pepper shakers. I'm still trying. You know what they do have in common? They're black and white. Ebony and ivory. There, that song pops up again. That will pop up through my every day if I can. Okay, 3 pair salt shakers. when I'm out sourcing, I have two sets of eyes open, one for auction catalog and one for eBay sales. I'll pay a little bit more for things I'm going to buy on eBay to sell on eBay, and a little bit pickier and choose. I try to choose good items for a good price so that I can still profit a little bit when sourcing for our catalog. Things that I can bolt together. In a lot of the large drives, I don't know. I don't know what makes it determined. Like the lampshades I put up yesterday, I put them pretty high. I didn't even check to see if I had any viewers on it. But there's no way. I probably wouldn't. There's certain things that I can get a lot of money for on eBay that I probably wouldn't get a bid at all on my local auction. Even though I have quite a few resellers. But you know, a lot of resellers get what I call tunnel vision into their niche, and um, or they just, I don't know why. I mean, I've run Windows, you know, Office CDs that are older that people, I'll run it through twice to see if anybody will take it, be a taker on it, and nobody buys it or bids on it, and then I turn around and I sell it for $20. You know, within 24 hours. A lot of that software I've sold pretty quick. Some of it takes a little bit longer, but for the most part, you know, don't be afraid to sell the older technology software. I had a, I think I've mentioned this before. I had a Murder She Wrote. This was my best one. I had a Murder She Wrote game with Aunt Jessica Langsbury on the cover that I ran to the auction. I knew how much it was worth. I ran it to the auction just to see, and nobody bid. I ran it through again on a later auction. Nobody bid on it, and I turned it. I don't run most things. I don't run more than twice. And I put it on eBay, and within 48 hours, it had sold for $60 plus shipping. So don't be afraid to go out your comfort zone, I guess is what I'm telling you. Let's see. Here's my box. And let's see, what else can I'm going to take this out since it's glass, and I'll be right back. I have to make sure I don't do anything embarrassing while out on the floor. So how's Mike doing? I won't drink my hot nuts right out of the bag. I'm still looking for one of those vices. Oh no. This was supposed to go in the salt and pepper lot. It's a little gun in a holster, salt shaker, in a pepper holster. The gun is a salt shaker, a pepper holster. I guess it would sit more like this. Right? He said hot nuts out of the bag. Yep. I have the intellect of a 14-year-old. Ladies and gentlemen, Kathleen Brinson!
I think it's more maturity level.
That's Sam. He's watching me eat my hot nuts out of a bag.
Anyways, like I said,
He said it, I did.
I think it's your maturity level that's more like a 14-year-old.
Look at that cute little thing.
What is it?
Salt and pepper shakers. Don't you recognize a 6-shooter in a holster salt and pepper shaker?
I'll be wearing my 6-shooter, riding my pony on a cattle drive. I have the sniffles. I think I have the coronavirus.
Yes.
You heard it here first.
Trying to.
I do have like 5th or 6th, maybe 7th hand contact. I have been in contact with somebody that has been in contact with somebody that has been in contact with somebody that has been in contact with somebody that was in the same area as somebody that got coronavirus.
It's like.
It's so funny.
She's got the coronavirus, 12th removed.
Yeah. Isabella said they told her teacher that he should. Another parent asked him if he was going to quarantine himself for 14 days. And you want to know what I just found out that I think is a very interesting fact that I don't hear reported ever? You know, all these deaths that are happening in Washington about this. Do you know it was a nursing home? A nursing home contracted it. So it's like sick people already. It's going around this nursing home. It's not like...
I heard on the news the other day that it was also there was secondary symptoms. So it's like you're. So what did people die of? Oh shit! Was it Kevin Bacon? He says, "Oh shit! Was it Kevin Bacon?"
What?
That had the coronavirus.
Oh.
Because of the 7. Ladies and gentlemen, it takes her a while, but she'll finally get it.
I dye my hair brunette just to fool people.
No. I do not know what to do. Do I put this in handbags or do I put it in clothes? Because it does have shoes. I'm putting it in purses. Don't stop me.
420.
Would you call that a lime green?
Yes.
Bamboo. Flip-flops.
I don't know if I would say bamboo.
Look.
You can say whatever you want. I don't know if that's bamboo or not.
Well, wicker. Let's go with wicker. Even though this looks more like a wheat straw, maybe there's a tag inside. Oh shit! Made in China.
Do you think it has the coronavirus?
I don't know. I better quarantine myself for 14 days.
You're not getting out of life that easy, mister. Your work does not accept that, Colin.
We don't mean to make light of the coronavirus and
Yes, we
those that
do.
are touched by it.
We're just smart asses.
We are 99.9% smart ass.
It could be SARS or even the pig flu, swine flu. We'd still be making fun.
Lime green bamboo. Oh, I was going to remove bamboo. What do you call it then? What would you call it? Rattan? No.
It's a beach bag.
Right, but what's the material? I get beach bag. I would say more of a handbag. It's not big enough for a beach bag.
Okay.
I'm just going to put lime green flip-flops with matching bag.
Awesome.
Man, that makes me want to go out and bid on it right there.
Right there.
Right there. Matching bag.
Is it improper to call flatware silverware?
Better to be a smart ass than a dumb ass.
And that too.
What were you saying?
Can you call silverware flatware? I mean,
Anything you eat with is flatware.
Right.
But you don't want to call
Stainless steel.
stainless. You want to say stainless flatware, even though people will say stainless silverware. It's the wicker.
I said stainless flatware, but I really wanted to put silverware as a search. I just wanted to put
If you want to put it
silverware.
down in the body.
So at some point, I must have typed silver WSRE. So now whenever I type silverware, my phone automatically thinks I want WSRE. What the hell?
At least it didn't just add the W, so it's silver.
Do you think next time I get a Samsung phone, I can say I want the brunette version, not the blonde?
I know maybe it's just the business that we do, but it has really our phones or any search results are like crazy, and it doesn't allow us to correct our spellings. I honestly think that technology is trying to dumb us down,
Or maybe
make us
it
look stupid.
thinks, hey, I'm going to see what political affiliation
Yes.
is. I'm going to make them look stupid.
We did find out that
I'm going to make them look like they're dumb hicks.
that's probably what
Because
it
if
is.
you really went back to some of the first auctions that we started doing on our phones, we did not reread our descriptions. At least I was not. I just assumed my phone was good.
Now we have to
I type most of my shit.
6101. Make sure you're in the 6,000s. Okay.
I haven't done anything.
I'm gonna do the salt and pepper shaker separately because I'm gonna do these separately and not go back and add them to the lot. I already had a lot of salt and pepper shakers, not silver.
Decorative ones?
Yeah, I like Miss Piggy and Kermit the Frog,
Oh.
a cow and penguin.
Are they Bidmores or are they consignment?
Consignment.
Did you see my salt and pepper shakers?
Mm-mm.
They're by the register. Bring
Oh.
them back when you come out. Do you guys see how naturally Rod carries the purse? He's really good at it.
Okay, Idaho, gotta go. I'm Oregon Coast. Only a half hour left of my day to get my dogs. It's the beach for a quick evening walk. See ya. Have a good one, Sam. Thanks for stopping in. As always, a pleasure.
I know you're probably going to laugh at me, but doesn't this look like it should be a grapefruit?
It is a
spoon?
grapefruit spoon.
That's smart.
Most people wouldn't know what that is.
But it looks like it should cut a grapefruit.
It does. That's because that's what it is. So I spilt coffee on all of my business cards,
There's some more in the thing.
No, that's where I spilled the coffee.
Do I need to make some rules about the picture room?
No.
Don't make management get involved, man.
Instead of switching cameras, I will allow you to continue to watch Kathleen sort through flatware. They do make it easy for flatware, though. You can usually go to a site or two to
I feel deep in my
identify
heart.
patterns.
No, I feel deep in my heart that you're sideswiping me a little bit just because I said, hey, look at this flatware. I can't find it anywhere. I've gone to everywhere. See what I put up with, folks? I'm just trying to separate the silverware, trying to figure out, it's all super old, and I had several pieces of the same pattern, so I did them in a lot by themselves, and then I have a bunch of just miscellaneous. So I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do it in one more lot or two. Normally I'd probably do it in two lots. I mean one lot, because it's not tons of silverware, but I already have a small lot, so do I want like another?
Old Thompson carbon steel.
Those Google image searched for me.
Did they?
Yeah.
What were they valued
I can't remember.
at? Google image or eBay image?
Yeah, eBay image. You tell me not to use Google image.
It's just, it's hard. I mean that with lots of love.
I mean, honestly, we're laughing because he thinks I'm stupid, but
no,
it's kind of an internal joke. So he could have played it off like he didn't mean it the way it sounded and be smart, but he's not. So
let's see here. Did you do them individually or together?
I mean, that's weird. It's a salt and pepper shaker set.
I'm just asking how you Google or you eBay searched it.
I'm just saying that
It's just not coming up right away.
Interesting. Did you do solds? Or did you just do...
You can't do solds on an image search.
Huh. So maybe I did multicolored pepper mill. Multicolored. That's the...
Multicolored resin, salt, and pepper mill.
I didn't say use so many words. That's so funny. The reason why that's funny, folks, is because I'm usually the one that uses lots of words in my search.
Oh, there they are. The Old Thompson 5.5 inch Sunset Fiesta colored pepper mill and salt shaker. Pre-owned, sold for $16.99 plus $10.89 shipping. It looks like the going rate is $30 shipping included. Who would have thought it? I would have probably valued those at about $10 for the set, but I was off. If you can see those, nice pick, Kathleen.
Thanks, Rodney.
You're welcome. Back to you. I was in my Bob Ross reseller.
Somebody died today.
I'm sure they did.
somebody like that I thought you'd care. Oh, it's not the paint guy. I keep thinking it's the paint guy, but he wasn't the paint guy. Hold on.
Members of the Gonzaga community being tested for coronavirus.
Chris Matthews retired.
Federal Way, Washington, local USPS employee tests positive for coronavirus.
He probably took it to the nursing home.
You're delivering those China packages.
Do you think the takeout industry is having a hard hit?
The what?
Do you know that people stopped drinking Corona beer?
Because they're afraid they're going to get the coronavirus?
Right. James Lipton. Oh yeah. Out inside the actor's studio.
Nanny McPhee, actor turns activist, dies at age 25. You were asking Kirk Douglas? Is this old news?
What are you talking about? I said James Lipton, the inside the actor's studio guy who did that one show that they always spoofed. You have no idea what I'm talking about.
He looks familiar. I gotta find out who he played on. Yeah, that looks good. Oh, Mike said he looks good. You're Lipton?
James Lipton.
Okay, I need to put James in front of it, evidently because it was Amy Lipton tea. American writer, lyricist, actor. What did he act in?
He didn't act. He was inside the actor studio. He did the television show.
He was in The Simpsons. Hello.
Wasn't everybody that was anybody in The Simpsons? If they were good, they made it. Because he did the talk show thing.
Okay, well.
Would you consider like...
Bolt, Another World, The Best of Everything, Capital, Fangirl.
God, no wonder.
Yeah, I don't think I ever... Inside the actor's studio, I don't think I ever watched that.
I just think I've never seen it either, but I know about it, and you know him. It's because they spoof it all the time.
That's because you're a TMZ person.
I am not. And I don't even watch that.
You used to do Perez Hilton, and you were all into
that was a long time ago.
Celebrity thing.
That was like years ago.
Okay, she no longer watches Perez Hilton.
I mean, honestly, that was like way before. I could almost tell you the exact thing that made me stop watching his thing. I was done with him. And honestly, I don't. I want entertainers to entertain me. I don't want to be educated.
That's the thing. I don't care what people think. If they're actors.
I'm going to be honest with you. Rod does not even care what you think if you are sharing a recipe online.
Oh, you know what? Don't get me started. You know what? I'm in the kitchen every time.
You're welcome, people.
Every time I'm in the kitchen and I want to find a recipe for something, I want to find the best pancake recipe online. I go to Google, I search best recipe for pancakes online. I'm tired of hearing everybody's how pancakes touch their life. I don't care about the story. I just want to know how much flour, baking soda, eggs, milk, vanilla, because I do add vanilla, to put in a pancake recipe. You know what? Tell it to your friends, the other family members. That's fine, but I don't know you. I don't care how a pancake touched your life. That particular recipe did. Just take me to the freaking recipe. Thank you, Kathleen, for letting me start my online recipe vlog rant.
You're welcome.
And you know what's worse? Now it defaults on the website.
What?
The button that says, do you want to shop for the ingredients now?
I'm going to be honest with you. I was on eBay today and I searched an item because I was going to list it. And I was trying to steal the thing and I wasn't paying attention. Rod was talking to me and I clicked buy it now. Rod had to go and
assume that I already have the ingredients to make my pancakes. Don't tell me where I can get it and what great deals I can have looking for it. Don't care. 6-shooter and holster.
Did you lose any viewers?
You know, not just me. There might be people out there. I'm probably not the status quo of people that look for recipes on the internet. But man, I live a busy lifestyle. I like to pick and choose what I read. And when I want a recipe, I just want a recipe. Okay, thank you, Kathleen.
You're welcome.
Back to you. You don't want to hear how pancakes make a celebrity's life? You monster.
I don't know.
So I do
It's
want.
Frida in Colorado. He doesn't care about. He doesn't really care about a celebrity either.
I really don't. You know, freaking act. It used to be.
What kind of fork would you call this? Is this a salad fork?
Very interesting. It might be a hors d'oeuvre. No, because those are usually 3 prong. I don't know. It's just kind of weird looking. It's only got like half a prong. I would probably Google different types of forks.
I'm gonna say salad.
Let's talk about the movie industry in general. How come you cannot? And I noticed it was something else, but everything gets rehashed. We can't watch new content. I think that's probably why, things like Netflix and Amazon Prime, they come out with their own content, because everything coming out of Hollywood in general is a remake. Most songs you can't even get by without recognize it from something you grew up with in the 80s.
Look, this lot has 1 spoon.
What? I don't get it.
It has 3 grapefruit spoons, 2 sundae spoons, 2 tablespoons, 2 soup spoons, and a spoon.
You call that a Sunday spoon, or is that a teaspoon?
These are 2 sundae spoons.
That's what they call them?
They're sundae spoons.
I always call them teaspoons.
These are teaspoons.
In the South, we call those teaspoons because you need something to stir the sugar at the bottom of the glass, so you need something with a really long handle.
It's a sundae spoon. Most people use them to eat ice cream out of long dishes.
I will Google that because I think you're wrong.
Many, for those that don't know, Rod is Southern and from the South, actually Oklahoma, Missouri type stuff. He just doesn't have a Southern accent. He's out there Googling, what are long-handled spoons called? It's so funny. I'm not changing it from my listing. I don't care what he finds.
Long-handled iced tea spoons. Cocktail servers. Bam!
Look up what's a Sunday spoon.
What is a Sunday spoon? They look completely different.
Shut up. I am tired of
They
you.
do have long handles.
Yeah.
Difference between a Sunday spoon and a teaspoon.
Why aren't you busy enough to be out of my business?
Look at all, and let's there's a Google video. There's a YouTube video on it.
Of course. Can I not just live my life? I'm not changing it. It's a Sunday spoon. I don't care. It's just like Rod says he grew
It's
up
not
in the
teaspoons
Midwest.
like TEASPOONS. It's TEA space SP.
Cool. Say you're right. I don't care. I think should be used for a Sunday. Not everybody likes tea.
Then don't use a teaspoon.
I use it for ice cream.
Go to the store, buy a Sunday spoon. Oh, check this out. The Majestic Magicians. This is freaking cool. Somebody's magic kit. Oh, it's like it came this way. There is the vase egg.
Egg vase. It's not a vase egg, it's an egg vase.
Yeah, don't get egg on your
It says
vase.
it's specifically an egg vase.
This is freaking awesome. The magic hat. I mean, I have to put
Where's the hat?
I don't see it. What's
Is it invisible? You could say that the magic hat is invisible.
What's next?
What is next?
What? I'm magic. What? How many's on this side? What? What? Ladies and gentlemen, how many dots do you see? 3? Or what? There's only 2 on this side. Okay, I'm not a magician, folks.
Get to work.
I am. I have to put all this stuff together on this. This goes to... There's a disappearing walnut.
Disappearing nut.
Chinese sticks. Clouds of smoke from your fingers. Oh, that vase goes here. Okay, the vase has come apart. That's the egg vase. I'm trying to put this back together how it would have come. The cards, there's no cards in there. There are some cards in there. I'll have to show you guys what this looks like. The nickel disappearing trick. I mean, it's not like complete in its original sense, but
There's no hat.
there is no hat. Sure shot dice. There's some walnut. Oh, this is the 3-card Monty or whatever you call it with the walnut shells. Okay, we're gonna try to hold this up. Oh, there's the ball that goes to this. This has nickel changes a penny, then to a dime. Sure shot dice box. Money making machine. I should roll that out to make sure there's no bills there. There's a magic wand. Water jug. I don't have the clouds of smoke from your fingertips. There's a Chinese linking rings. There's supposed to be and the whole thing is a magic case, magic chest, and egg vase disappear then reappear. Man, the cool stuff that we come across. There's an old marble in there too.
What is it called?
It is the Magic Chest by S.S. Adams. Okay. I mean, it literally looks like a bean. I'm going to look at these in the cup itself. That's more like a pitcher. It's not a water jug. They're still leaving it in there. That's got to be worth $40, $50 at least.
I can't find anything.
Did you look up S.S. Adams?
Yes, Rod.
This is what makes my job fun. Oh, dang it. Except for when it has the fake. Oh, what? That blue thing just magically appeared out of nowhere. It is magic. It's a box. Oh, that must be. Oh. Red. I don't know. I don't know magic, folks. So don't
It's
think.
not a magic mirror box.
No, it's a cardboard box. It's Neptune.
It doesn't exist on eBay.
What about Chinese sticks?
S.S. Adams Magic Chest.
Whoa! Don't get.
Does it have these colorful colors?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's the rest of the wine, maybe? I don't know. No, this is the Chinese sticks. I don't know. We're going to lay it all out and let people decide. Oh, this should have had another stick to it.
Does it have money magic?
Money magic, money making machine, yes.
Chest of magic?
Yeah, it could be that.
Does it have a yellow lion anywhere on it?
Well,
it doesn't look like this.
No. This is probably older. It's all cardboard. Okay, I'm going to quit playing. And I don't know if that egg goes to that or not.
Achoo! Achoo!
Bless you.
Achoo!
Whoa, calm down. Notice at no time does Rod's fingers leave his hands. He's talking about my magic. This was originally $2, the 3-in-1 nickel disappearing trick. Oh, it's brass. I can probably figure out how this works. Okay. We're just going to lay this all out here. See, this really does show how I do not get a lot done when cool stuff comes in. I just can't help myself. I should have just left this out there and photographed it later. And it has a magic catalog. The magic catalog is from does it have a Easy Magic price list for number 29 catalog. And then there's the magic hat, which I don't have Directions for the Magic Hat, which I don't have. What's the Deland? What the Deland automatic deck does for you. So instruction book for that. Magic Act 18. It's probably going to be the it's got directions for most of this stuff. The Magic Act 19, Devil's Handkerchief, which we don't have. Bag of Mystery, which we don't have. There's a card locator. Name the location of any card in the deck instantly. Whoa. I feel like I'm in the midst of secrets here. Adam's Magic Chest is what it's called. I found that official instruction.
Magic Hat Chest.
Adam's Magic Chest.
Yeah, look up.
Is it not a thing?
What year? Does nothing have a year on it? I don't find anything. Then the one I find is completely different. And then when I tried to search, one said Magic Hat Chest. I'm like, oh, maybe that's it. And that didn't work either.
I don't see a copyright on the instructions. Google it instead of...
I am, baby.
Oh. Did you put Adam S. with
S. Adams. It's something famous because even my spell check changed it to S.
Adam's Magic Chest.
You'll probably find it right away. This is how it always goes. Rod will even find it in eBay.
It's in Worth Point. So I can't tell. It's from the 1960s. That's what Worth Point says.
I hate Worth Point. Oh, I found it on Pinterest. Oh, wait, no.
That's because we're too cheap to pay for a subscription. There it is in Pinterest.
I found it in Pinterest.
Okay, well. There you go, folks. You've seen it here. You don't know where you're going to see another one live.
But Pinterest doesn't give a value.
Yeah, it doesn't.
And Worth Point won't give a value.
Only if you have a paid subscription. That's going under vintage. 1960s.
We really have some things come through here that are
Valuable.
but not only valuable.
Rare.
Yes.
I try to pretend like we're so close that we can finish each other's sentence, and usually I screw that up.
What?
What? Did you just buy something again?
Father Brown is leaving Netflix. You got me involved. I told you. I told you. Oh, I want to cry. I'm just saying that the new season was coming out.
You have to figure it out.
I so enjoy that show.
I received $9.
Okay. Congratulations, Rod.
Oh, I saw another magazine with Gene Simmons. Rock and roll. It was a vintage adult magazine.
I want you to tell me if it's easy to find.
Tax.
I chronologically organized all of the Playboys.
I don't. No, it is. I mean, yes, it is easy to find, but I'd like to have them shallower, so that I don't have to. I want to touch them as little as possible because they're paper. That's the only thing.
Okay, so I have one.
But I do appreciate your effort and do recognize that it is a lot easier to find the magazines in chronological order. incomplete.
I have to go get Izzy in about 20 minutes. And then I was going to go home and make dinner.
Awesome. I am hungry. I've been eating my hot nuts.
It's pretty presumptuous.
Seriously, they're sriracha. Tuong Ot Sriracha hot chili almonds. That's my notice.
Did
Notice
anybody
it.
vote on the Sunday spoon teaspoon thing?
No,
Nobody cares about our fights.
there's more people that drink iced tea than there are that eat sundaes with a Sunday spoon. Did you find Means Magic? What's next?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
What did you ask me?
Did you find that other thing? Oh, there's the magic rope too. The rope would have went with the bottle. I did dabble in magic a little bit as a child. But when I made my
You're starting
sister,
to sound like one of those people. Oh, yeah, I did that. I cross stitch. I latch hook. I do magic. I saved kittens' lives.
well, there was that one time I almost killed a skunk. Well, we tried.
You shouldn't talk about killing animals.
I know.
Before me, Rod couldn't even have a pet. If a pet came into Rod's life, it was dead.
It's sad but true. It happens one time and you're marked for life.
Once.
The stories, I can't tell these stories because if people hear that
Oh shit.
animals have died under your care, next thing they think you're serial killer.
There is that sock I can't identify still.
Those are my, what do they call it? My
Trophies.
trophies. The right sock. I must have the right sock.
I mean, can we talk about that for a minute?
But there are right and left socks.
No, there are not.
We just never recognize it.
No. You're just talking out your ass. If you truly felt that way, you would have already educated me on how to separate your socks to make sure you
like
had
I
right
said,
and a left.
most of us don't
You
care.
have never ever went to your socks and said, "Oh, these are two rights. I need to redo them."
Right, because most of us are too lazy to recognize that, and we leave our socks and just put them on whatever foot. But you can even buy labels for your socks so you can distinguish which one's your right and your left.
But that's just from where, and that's just you assigning it. It's not that a sock comes saying, "This is for your right and this is for your left." This is why I say he's an idiot.
You know,
people.
okay, let me debunk
Let you.
I will debunk your argument. How many shoes are labeled left and right? None. Thank you very much, folks. I rest my case. I'm going to carry this out. They just assume that the user is going to know which one's right and which one's left.
Because it matters with a shoe. Maybe this is why you have so many feet problems. Right. Come on, folks. You've got to tell him in the chat that he's an idiot. Come on. That there's a right and a left sock. For real. You're going to let that go. That's disgusting. That is completely, utterly disgusting.
I don't know if you can rehydrate.
Did anyone
these.
type in the comments?
Check this out. No.
I asked everyone to tell you were an idiot for saying that there's a right and left, and I have no helpers. Thanks, people. Is there anyone watching?
Yeah, I think so. This is like a huge snake skin.
It's really disgusting.
I am not going to unroll this. At first I thought it was more brittle.
Did you just say
It's
brittle?
What
the hell?
I have no idea. Leave me alone.
Alone.
Alone. Alone. I don't. I do catch myself saying words with double consonants like that a lot, and I don't know what it is. I'm going crazy in my old age.
It's so funny. Okay.
Very long snake skin. I mean, I wonder if you can rehydrate. I mean, it doesn't seem as brittle as.
Did you do my cowhide yet?
I did not. Your calf hide?
Yeah. It's a little morbid.
Unsure.
It's disgusting. I bought it at a yard sale, though.
She bought a calf hide at a garage sale.
I did.
Which you're thinking, calf hide? Okay, yeah, people do a lot with calf hide. But the story that goes along with it, how her mother, was it mother or grandmother?
The mom.
The mom went out to the field and saw these
The dead calves.
deceased calves
And skinned them.
and decided that she was going to skin them and keep the hides.
Because they're super, like, furry. It's
They're,
like
yeah, they're animals.
But don't you, like, picture, like, cows with, like, icky fur and stuff?
No, I grew up on a farm. I was in FFA when I was a kid for a brief period of time.
See, he's done everything, folks. Oh, tell him the story about owning a snake.
I did. I did. It was a Burmese python, about 6 feet long. And that's unsure of the length. Did
You just said it was 6 feet long.
my snake did not unroll. My Burmese python
Did not unroll. Your snake wouldn't unroll?
I'm trying to do this listing.
I'm just messing with him, guys. It's just fun.
Of course, that thing is approximately, how long is this widest part? 8 inches. That was a big snake. I'm just saying. Eight-inch wide, approximately. The first sound of cracking. Oh, it does unroll. Will you hold that so we can get a measurement?
No. Are you serious? You want me to touch snake? Yeah, I'll do it.
Well, I can hook it here, I think, and then roll it. But can you get a tape measure and help me? I'm gonna lay it out. I think it'd be cool to get a picture of it laid out.
Did you turn on the camera out there?
We are going to unroll this snake and see how long it is. Let me transition.
Do you need help?
Just over 13 feet.
Whoa.
Just over 13 feet. That is a huge snake.
Have you heard anybody else's comments about the eBay?
Oh man, is there a way to treat that or something? Sounds ready to crack. It did not. I don't know. I have no idea. It did not crack. I got it rolled all the way out. And now I get to. I'll get a photo for the listing. I was very careful to make sure that I did not break. If there's any sign of it cracking, I was going to stop what I was doing. I don't know if you can treat them or not. I don't know. I don't know much about them. Dry. I am up at dried snake skin, just over 13 feet. Average 8 inches wide. Now I'm gonna go take a picture of it real quick as it's laid out.
damn it. Well, I'm glad I took this out.
Okay, I got it rolled back up. It does need some conditioning. Honestly, this is the first snake skin I've had come in like this.
Ever?
I've seen, you know, I grew up in rattlesnake country, but so you'd see him.
I thought this was new old stuff. Well, maybe I should take them apart.
In Oklahoma, you'd see rattlesnakes in a jar, rattlesnakes on the wall, stuffed taxidermied rattlesnake. We did have a rattlesnake come in through here. This is some kind of python, I believe. I do have to take a picture of it I've never seen anything in person that was near this big. I'll show you the picture that I took for the listing. Just over 13 feet long. This is what makes my life so awesome is all the different stuff that I come across on a daily basis. I don't think there's that many snakes that come in that large though.
I mean, I agree that sometimes I stack things a little too much, but we don't need 6 inches in between things.
What
We
do you
don't
mean?
have the space.
What?
You have like everything like spaced out over there.
Not really.
I pushed it all together. I fixed it. Are we gonna get to 200 today? God, we
Is
still
it a
need
boa?
37.
Maybe that is a boa. That does look like a boa skin. Boa constrictor. Boa constrictor? Question mark? All I have to do is do some comics and I would be, it would take us over the top.
Okay, we'll do that. We still need 37 lots.
I'm almost positive it's a boa.
I love you.
Love you too. 6108. Well, folks, Kathleen is leaving.
You could do knives too. Ouch.
Where did I put stickers at? There's some right there.
And you put them in the bottom drawer over here.
Okay, thank you. I know I put them somewhere.
The problem is you didn't put them anywhere. You had me put them places.
I'm just resting that on there. If it falls off, it falls off. I don't think we're going to have a hard time finding. Say bye, Kathleen.
Bye, Kathleen. So tomorrow, my goal is this table, the desk, to clear the desk. Right. It won't be hard. I love you.
Okay. And we go from 13-foot boa constrictor dried skin to a, what is this? It's a sewing machine. I love my consigners. This looks like it would work and everything. It's got a little foot pedal. Look at that. The one thing it does appear to be missing, oh, it's not missing, it's just, it would have to be re-glued. Is a little bobbin, the spool holder up top. Is that strawberry shortcake? Hey babe, you missed me already? Hello? I don't hear you. Hello? Verizon. Hello? Do you think people would be upset if they knew that their little sewing machine was sitting on the same table as snakeskin? I'm gonna try to call her back one real quick. I don't know what happened. I could hear like the mode, like the. That's all I heard. I tried to right away, but I think. Oh, awesome! So I will be fixing that this evening. Okay. Thank you. Bye. She's letting me know that the doggy door came. So we have a large doggy door. PetSmart, I believe, is the brand, and they have worn it out to where the plastic flap has was starting to fall off. I thought we were going to lose it before it came in, so I had to order a new flap for the doggy door. So that's my evening task. I've never seen what this plastic toy sewing machine works. Well, I guess they made. I know I had a Singer that I sold. Those do really well. For some reason, I think I had made a sale while I was out there on the floor. Huh. I don't know anything about trains. I might take him up on that offer. I need to have a train guy. Someone was at a train show and saw a similar train. You never know if it's just a story. This is the message I got. Um, Hi, thanks for the offer. $70 was at a train show yesterday. These Lionels are selling for around 35, unmodified, but I didn't buy. If you're interested at a similar price, let me know. Thanks. I don't know enough to know if the trains that I have were modified or not. It is a Lionel Trains 5105 Pennsylvania steam locomotive brown gold G scale train. This is what it looks like. But it's like, why didn't he buy it at the show? I don't know. I'll have to think on that one. Meanwhile, back at Bid More to Win, what do we have here? I don't see any markings except for it just says sewing machine. And it's got a little kid on it. Let's see if eBay image search works for this thing. Like I said, it's hit and miss with this. But we continue to try to use it. Vintage toy, yeah, it came up. Well, it's similar. Easy Sew. I don't see the exact same one with a little girl on the front of it. It almost looks like strawberry shortcake, but I don't think it is. And it's not, it's not Singer. Vintage working toy sewing machine. It's yeah, again, I'm not going to spend too much time on it. I wish I could. I wish it came up right away. It's not a sew and play. Yeah, that's like me. It's like all I can do is try to pull up comps up and hope for the best. Okay, I'm just going to list it as is, unknown manufacturer. And we'll put that one under, we'll put it under vintage. I could easily put under sewing, but children's, pink, sewing machine. If I wasn't so lazy, I could probably pull the batteries out. I mean, there literally is no model number, no manufacturer. It does have a character on the front. Nothing under the cap. And the only words that it has listed on it is sewing machine. Okay, let me wind up the cord. The cord does not detach because it's connected to the batteries inside. Oh, that was not very smart. If it was mine before I brought it in consignment, I probably would have taken and glued the spool holder to the back on 9.5. Every new consignor brings up something that, well, I would say half the consignors bring in at least a couple of items that I've never seen. Trying to get a picture of the thing, spool holder not attached. And let's put a note on that as soon as that image loads. Spool holder needs to be reattached with some super glue. But it's there. Let's see what other interesting finds that they brought in for me. Do I have these boxes? The next items I have are, I wish there was a on-off switch, because I hate to accidentally, I'm putting all the thread back in the little compartment. Yeah, there's not even an on-off switch in there. Okay. Let's zip that out. And that is number 6109. Some miscellaneous children's, oh, and a nice pin. I would say these are children's pots and pans. Some of them are a set, like these two more than likely are a set. A little tea kettle without a lid. A little couple of just aluminum dishes. And I do not see, I see their price tags on them. This is, I think this is labeled Swiss. That one's labeled Swiss. That one's covered up with a price tag. Looks like the only one that's labeled is that one that looks, oh, this one's labeled as well. Swiss. And this one's not labeled. I'm going to, since I already have my camera out, I'm just going to snap a few photos here. do the ones that have okay. That way I can get back up and just play away. I want to do that under vintage too. Children's play cookware. Let's throw an aluminum in there. 2 pieces marked Swiss. That's where I'm leaving it. Oh, I probably should put a business card in there just so that they can get an idea of scale. Which I should have done that before okay. Kathleen was mentioning that I needed to get another, I think she said 40 lots together. By the end of the night. I'm at 165, so 35 lots I have left to get to tonight. Okay, the Easter egg Oreos do not taste like eggs. It IITALA 50CL. I have no idea what these are. Again, some glassware that I haven't seen before. So of course I have to look it up. Wow. It's crazy. I always sort first by, I filter by solds, then I filter by buy it nows. There's 4 of these that have sold It's textured Scandinavian glass. I want to give you the prices with, well, I'll do it without, with $26.99 plus 15 shipping, 20 plus $28.95 shipping, $18.99 plus 17 shipping. This is all for sets of 4. And this lot has, so they're going, it looks like they're going for about 4 to 5. It's very interesting because another lot of 2, 4, 6, so the 7 of them went for $80 plus $36 worth shipping. So it looks like it's more on the $7 a mug price range. And this box has they have a sticker on them, so I don't know. Everything I'm seeing says vintage. I mean, this goes for days. Looks like some of them have been used. I think that's going to be the difference. Some of them have been used, some of them have not. But I am guessing this. There's probably about $150 to $200 worth of glass here. So if you know anybody in the market for glass, I pulled comps on them, and they're selling, it looks like 32, 22, 130, 120, 120, 16, 16, 11. Hello? Hello? Hey, were you just playing with me? I'm sorry. Don't feel stupid. Okay. No, you're good. 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. Okay. I love you. Love you too. Bye. So there's 13 of them there. Even if you, I mean, this is one of those instances. It would probably be hell to ship someplace. Shipping would be, it would go, I would say probably $40 wherever I shipped at least. Right, well, I would say right around there is what it would cost to ship these, just based on weight of glass and dimensions, to make sure that it made it, and a good double-walled glass box that could withstand the weight. But that's about, when I was pulling up the comps, that's about what it was. That's about what most of the shipping was done, right in there. And I was just going to see, is the reason that there's only been, since the first of the year, let me go here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's been 8 sold in this first quarter. And I'm going to pull up active listings. Is it because there's not that many of them? You'd really have to lower the price, I think, just to... I think I would do these. I mean, right now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Looks like about 40 or 50 listings active. But I've never seen these glasses before. Again, it's got a sticker, Ittala, Ittala, textured Scandinavia beer glasses, large, have 50 cl. What does that mean? It might have something to do with the metric system. They're all in pretty good shape, it looks like. Taking them over here on the black background, if you're wondering. And I'm going to stack them up in a pyramid style and hope they don't topple down on top of me. Yeah, they need to go a little bit closer than that. I get a little bit adventurous. I mean, it makes you wonder, where does somebody come up with these here in North Idaho? That's one thing I try to do is stage for our auction house instead of just, taking it out of the box and calling it good. I try to make it look a little bit more interesting. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13. I'm going to look at the, what's a common keyword? Some people call them groovy. That's why I'm going to use that groovy word. $250 for glass. I guess no, it's II. Oh. Lot of 7 mugs. Somebody's going to get a heck of a deal on these, I can already tell you, because most people are probably not going to know what they are. Let me pull those down off their stack. I'll show you pictures here in a second. I'll bring my phone up closer and show you what I actually did. Because it's hard to see. I don't have a camera sitting over here. And some of them do have stickers. Just kind of give you an idea how I list these out. Some still have the stickers on them for a brand. I'm changing the verbiage of that. So here is, I piled them up into a pyramid with 4 of them sitting up front, and then just a picture with the sticker on it, and then one with the embossing. I probably should put something in there saying that they're textured. Lot of 7 textured mugs. Oh, there's not 7, there's 13. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. I was using it off of the previous listing. I took some of the verbiage off of eBay. Okay, there we go. Now I get to put them back in the box. Oh no! No, I'm not retaking the pictures. There's actually 14. Dang it. I really need to learn to look through all the box, the entire box, before I put stuff away. I was like, man, that box still feels a little heavy. Get them all wrapped back up here so I can put them up out on the shelf. I'll fit another one in there at the bottom. Yeah, I got it. And then lay this stuff out on top where we had it. I hate when I have to redo a photo because I totally messed something up. Okay, I was pretty impressed with that lot. Anything I have my go to the auction, I know I might get a good deal. I know folks have a chance of getting a good deal on if they see the value in it. That's some clear glass that I didn't mind. 6111. Okay. So next, we have another box of goodies. What do we got here? They are look like mag lights. Well, let's just this time let me pull everything out, just so I know I don't mix anything up. Bottles for me do hit and miss. These might be unique enough that they might be okay. It's like most people like to have them when they find them. They'll pick them up and keep them. But I got a lot of glass bottles. I have a candle, oil candle. I have a vintage aluminum cake saver, cake cover. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's like a brass. Like a brass candle, long, like a fireplace lighter. Two more flashlights. I might break these up into two lots. I mean, they're all mag lights. I don't know what the going rate for mag lights are. I might break them up by size. There's two large ones. Of course, that one probably needs new batteries. They probably, oh, no, that one works. I don't know what the going rate for mag lights are nowadays. Oh, there's some dolls. Okay, I only get excited about dolls when they are for their resale value. Cute little wooden, looks like a hand painted dish, or dish, box. Oh, that's very rarely do I see both pieces of this. If I only found the bottom piece, I probably wouldn't realize it. This is a Carlton cake pan with the lid, cake saver, and I love ephemera. Let's see what this stuff is. Commercial Design Division 1. Oh, it's like art. Commercial Design Division 3. It looks like how to there's fonts for commercial design. It's books on commercial designing, and it is from Federal Schools Inc., Minneapolis, Minnesota. And let's see if I can find it. Copyright 1930. Those are kind of cool. Those will go down there. So let's see what the model on these mag lights is, if there is a model. I guess it's just going to go by length, huh? That looks like 14 3/4 inch mag lights. This one's branded local. Ooh, almost knocked over a. Okay, let's see what mag lights go for nowadays. I may be way off base, but I thought these were the name in lighting. "3D cell, mag light, flashlight, 3D scale, I should say. This is more than 3. These are 4D cell. D cell. Energizer keeps on ticking. No, that's Timex. Excuse that. These are the 3D cells, and they go. The last one sold for $22, free shipping. So 3 of those are going to go in a lot. Okay. So I'll put the 3D cells and the 4D cell. It looks like used ones, sold, done, filter, item range, or item condition, used, done. So it looks like they probably go for about 10 to 15 plus shipping. And so I'm going to go ahead and do the 4D one. Two of them, those in one lot. And they'll go, let's put that in outdoors. And those are 15 inches. And that is it. We're going to do the 3. Well, folks, I'm going to keep working, but I'm gonna knock off the stream for now. I think I'm just about streamed out. I need to knock out some fast listings here, where I'm not. And it's a lot more entertaining when Kathleen's here to help me out. But I appreciate everybody that stopped in. Again, just a shameless plug. If you want to see some of these items that I've listed, or if you're interested in them, they will be on our auction next week. We currently have an auction running that closes Wednesday evening, 6 o'clock Pacific. But while that one's up and running and folks are bidding, we are getting ready for the next auction. So it's a constant revolving process. But so when you're seeing things here, just plan on it being on the start launching that Friday of the week we're working on it. If it's past Friday, then it'll be on the next Friday's auction. So I'm going to knock out for the day. Thanks for joining me. We'll catch you next time. Oh, the website is www.bidmoretowin.com. That'll take you to our Shell site. You can click current auctions and that'll take you to our current auction. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate the interaction. It always makes it a lot easier to do live streams or any type of streaming when there's interaction, and I do appreciate it. And as always, keep it up. Love what you do. We'll talk to y'all later. Peace out.